Hey guys, we are back. We're here at Reels World. Thank y'all for joining. Everything said in this video is alleged and, in my opinion, and is used for fair use and entertainment. Let me change something right quick. Okay, boom, there we go. All right, let's get into it. We only have like 4 topics, and we're gonna zoom right through them. Okay, let's get into this Mona Scott Young. Let's get into this Mona Scott Young topic, child, because Mona is talking about Yandy and Mendeecees wedding. Now, y'all know Yandy and Mendeecees are very, very good friends with Mona Scott Young, which is the producer of the Love and Hip Hop franchise, right? So we're gonna get into Mona with her damn lies, like she ain't know that Yandy and Mendeecees was fully out here lying about their whole wedding, right? Give me one sec, y'all. Like she ain't know. Like, if you don't get out of here with that bullish. All right, hold on. All right, there we go. Boom. All right. So let's get into it. Thank you guys for joining. Hey, the Angie B. Thanks for being here, Shirley Terry. All right, so let's go ahead and share. So, Love and Hip Hop producer Mona Scott Young says that Mendeecees and Yandy's fake TV wedding was not for the show. Now, I feel like you knew prior to them coming on your show back in 2015 with this fake ass wedding that they were not legit getting married, but you wanted some good ratings, Mona. And as I said, she's been like really close friends with Yandy for years. And I feel like Yandy may have told her that they're going to have this wedding, but she and Mendeecees aren't legit getting married because she's not taking the papers to the courthouse because Mendeecees had all of these felonious charges on him where he was getting ready to serve some time and he was going to have to pay some restitution, and Yandy didn't want her money tied up. And that part I do respect. Okay, I understand and I respect that. But let's get into what Mona had to say, because I don't feel like Mona's being 100% authentic in this interview. Shout out to L'Oreal, because that's who's interviewing her.
We did set out to capture their real wedding, right? And what happened?
We watched a full wedding. We thought they were married,
Absolutely.
And here we come to find out, oh, this was just for the show. So
No. It was not for the show, because we did set out to capture their real wedding, right? And what happened after the fact, and honestly, I didn't even find out about it until everything came up. And Yandy and I were talking. I said, "What the hell was that?" And she said, "Well, I was advised by my legal," which is a real life thing, right? The fact that she didn't, what happened after that she didn't share it on the show doesn't mean it wasn't a real life situation for her. Listen, people may not understand it, but once you marry someone and you sign on that dotted line, you become liable for their debt, their expenses, their tax liability. That she didn't share it on the show doesn't mean it wasn't a real life situation for her. Listen, people may not understand it, but once you marry someone and you sign on that dotted line, you become liable for their debt, their expenses, their tax liability, whatever. Your income becomes one, and their liability, their financial is your financial, situation, whether it be child support, VACO taxes, whatever. So she made a decision that was right for her, whatever your income financially at the time. But when we went into this, we went in intending to cover a real wedding, right? And so again, we're not always privy to all the information, right? Essentially at the time, but when we went into this, we went in intending to cover a real wedding, right?
So when you found out that it was not a real wedding, why did you still entertain this bullshit between Yandy and Mendeecees and still allow them to appear to be and talk about being husband and wife on the show? You were the executive producer. So it's weird. It gives that you were following them on this lie, and that you knew that they were lying to the audience. Okay, they weren't really married. Okay, even Mendeecees' baby mamas was saying on the show, that's why they're not married. They were saying it at the reunion. And I feel like you guys, according to Mendeecees' baby mama, saying that they chopped some of that stuff out of the reunion because y'all didn't want people to hear the real truth of what was going on between Yandy and Mendeecees. So fast forward to 2025, 2026, and it takes a situation with Tamar Braxton, of all people, for she and Mendeecees and Funky Dineva to get into it before we find out that Yandy and Mendeecees, well, we already knew they weren't ever really legally married, but Mendeecees came out like, yeah, we ain't never been married. Like, and matter of fact, we've been separated for over a year. So y'all see how this mess has been playing out. I feel like they were trying to get those love and hip hop checks, and they were conveniently lying to the audience. And I feel like Mona Scott Young, I feel like you were in on that lie as well. So I don't think that you knew about it after the fact. I feel like you knew about it, because I don't think you're going to allow someone to get married on your platform without knowing the logistics of what they're doing. Okay, I just don't feel like you would do that. But
and so again, we're not always privy to all the information,
right?
Essentially at the time, but when we went into this, we went in intending to cover a real wedding.
Girl, bye. So it said that the truth about Mendeecees Harris and Yandy's 2015 wedding caught many fans off guard, including longtime Love and Hip Hop producer Mona Scott Young. Lies. It says that during a recent interview on The Morning Hustle with said that Mona addressed ongoing questions about the couple's televised ceremony, making it clear that the wedding wasn't created simply for a storyline. It was. Now said that for years viewers have debated the legitimacy of their union, and not long ago Mendeecees revealed that although their ceremony aired on VH1, that he and Yandy never legally married. Going forward, it says that while some assume the couple staged the event for television, Mona pushed back on the narrative, saying that the wedding was not for the show and that production initially set out to capture their real wedding. Said that she explained that once she learned the marriage wouldn't be legally finalized, Yandy shared that her legal team advised her against making it official at the time. Now, she made a decision that was right for her financially at the time, according to Mona. Says, but when we went into this, says we went in intending to cover a real wedding. So if that's the case, why have it on the show as a storyline, Yandy? Why are you and Mendeecees didn't go and just have like y'all know how they have like these little ceremonies where you guys just like say vows to each other and nobody even had to know about it, but because you wanted this whole audience, y'all invited all these people, the whole Love and Hip Hop cast, and everybody was there. It was set up like a real legit wedding. Yandy knew exactly what she was doing. You were trying to prove to Mendeecees side pieces and his baby mamas that you had Mendeecees, and it blew up in your damn face. That's what it was, because y'all could have went off somewhere and had like a little, like a little ceremony between the two of you, a little private ceremony between you and your family and your kids, whoever. But for you to go and televise this and make this a huge situation, like you and Mendeecees went out here and had this huge celebrity wedding, it was all a farce and it was a fake. And Mendeecees blew you up, let that whole lie blow up in your face when he said on that whole radio interview that y'all were never married. And as a matter of fact, y'all were broken up for a whole year while you still running around here trying to fight women and cussing women out about Mendeecees, and you weren't even with Mendeecees. Yandy, you are a FAB, a fake ass biatch. Okay, moving right along. Yes, I had to fly off on Yandy because she be lying. All right, you be lying, Yandy. You do. So let's get into the next topic. Let's get into this Belle Collective clip that was released. All right, anything Belle Collective, we got to talk about it because that's my chef. All right, so the Bells, child, they said that they need the Bells. What is it? Said that the Bells are picking up where they left off last season. I'm not feeling the new chick. I told y'all that this morning in Car Chronicles. They could have left her off. I feel like they're trying to get somebody else on there to fill or fill the void of Akeisha. Or what is Akeisha? She ain't gonna do it because we love Akeisha. This chick right here, she's boring. She's a snooze fest. She and her husband, they don't have shit going on and they're not interesting at all. But let's get into this clip. Shout out to Auntie.
Maybe this is some of that good old
crawfish.
Okay, well sit down. Let me watch out.
What I really think about the crawfish and mayonnaise and bread that Carrie shared with me is disgusting. She's always bringing around food that I don't like.
That's kind of unsanitary. Did y'all see her trying to open the mayonnaise by biting the top off? Like, can you get a knife or something and like cut it off? Don't put your mouth and be peeling it off with your mouth and everybody got to eat off. Maybe I'm just a germaphobe. I'm sorry. Right? But mayonnaise and some damn let's keep going.
I'm not eating that.
Me either, girl.
Do you ladies have joint accounts with your husbands?
If it comes to personal bank accounts, yes, I do think me and my partner should have separate bank accounts. But when it comes to business, I think everything should be together. You know, the Rogers are on top. It's called keeping up with the Rogers.
Now, that I agree. I feel like you should have, like, where you pay the bills together. You should have an account together. We talked about this before in terms of you and your spouse. I ain't gonna say significant other because I'm not sharing no account with no boyfriend. We're not doing that shit. Because if and when we break up, that's the first thing they want to do is go and snatch all the money up out of the account and be on some petty bullshit. All right. But your spouse, yes. You and your spouse, y'all can have a joint account as related to paying bills together. But then you also branch off and have your own personal accounts as well. I told you I do it. I don't see anything wrong with it. My husband has his own account. I have my own personal accounts. That's plural. And then we together. Okay. And then we come together. so that we can pay bills and handle things that we need to handle together. All right. In terms of business accounts as well, yes, that should be together if you guys go into business together, so that said other person, if they need to handle something, pay something, remove money for whatever business venture, they can do that and not have to always come to you and say, hey, I need to get such and such out of there. If you guys are in business together, the other person should also have access to the account. So that I do agree with, right?
This event was release, restore, and renew.
Coming out of Selena's release, restore, and renew event, my biggest takeaway is just love on people while you have the chance. Give flowers while people are still alive.
You got on your space outfit now.
I absolutely think that Carrie was throwing shade when she called Marie's outfit a space outfit.
But yeah, she do like she got on damn space outfit, but the new chick, that damn jacket looked like something your grandma should be wearing, all right, with all them damn flowers on there.
Yes, it was shade. It was fun shade, but it was still shade.
It's 6 of us total.
6 of us. 2 are gonna have to bump together.
On any type of trip, a girl's trip or whatever type of trip, I would want to have my own room.
Yeah.
I do not have time to play with the girls today.
I'm not going on no girls trip and sleeping on a fucking bunk bed. I sleep on a California King downstairs. If you ask me to go on a girls trip, I'm not sleeping on a bunk bed. I'm not downgrading when I go on a trip. Now, if that's the setup that y'all got going on, I'm gonna be over here at the hotel, 5-star to be exact. And when y'all get ready to go somewhere, y'all can call my phone and say, hey, Rail, we about to bounce out and go such and such place. But I'm not about to downgrade and be sleeping in no room with somebody else where they snoring and farting and carrying on at night and keeping me up. I want my privacy, right? Don't invite me nowhere talking about you got to share a room with somebody. Oh, and by the way, it's a bunk bed. Bitch, never. The hotel room. I'm sorry.
I want you guys to know this part. All is fair in Belle Collective.
At the reunion, Letitia said, all's fair in Belle Collective. Love and war, all is fair, but baby, family is hands off. That ain't fair.
Baby, this is some of that good old.
Yeah, okay, girl. What y'all think? Sound out, child. I don't care no more. Moving right along. All right, let's get into this Ashley Darby. We'll give her 5 minutes of fame because she ain't got nothing else going on. Okay. And then we got one more topic after this. I don't know why I extended it, but hey, let's roll with it. All right, so Ashley Darby says that she was trying to get Sharice Jordan back on the show. And then she also talks about this whole kiss situation with I'm about sick of hearing about this because I feel like you putting 20 on 10. We talked about it until I'm green in the face, but she says that she's been trying to get Sharice back on the show, but y'all know Sharice flew off on her about her son, that whole situation with her son. What she was messing with Ashley Darby was messing with Sharice's son, Jackson Jordan. He got 2 last names, Lord. Two last names for a first name. But let's get into it, child.
One of the biggest shockers this season was your confession about hooking up with Sharice's son, Jackson Jordan. What made you want to tell Sharice that in the moment?
It's been just kind of sitting on me for a while. It's been sitting on me for 2 years now.
Oh my.
And, I wanted Sharice back on the show.
Yeah.
I have. And I almost told her umpteen times, right? And I was going to take it to my grave and just be like, because Jackson was like, I keep my love life private from my mom.
Pause. Now, didn't I just show y'all a video, yesterday, day before, where Ashley came out and said that none of that ever happened? That nothing ever happened between she and Jackson Jordan? What is she talking about right here? That she was going to take it to the grave. When you take it to the grave, you said nothing happened.
And I was like, but that's also my friend, granted, she had given it her blessing and jokingly in the past.
Just lying.
She did. She was like, can you be my daughter-in-law? She would actually ask that. And so I was like, hey girl, this could be your chance. Get you back on the show.
I'm crying.
In the scene, I thought she was going to throw champagne in my face, flip the table, do a whole thing. Nothing of the sort.
Yeah. So do you still talk to him at all?
No, we don't speak. After Potomac and Ponies, he wanted to hang out, but yeah, I put a stop to that. Can you imagine? Yeah. I've learned my lesson.
Yeah.
I mean, I do feel bad about it, honestly, because if Sharice genuinely feels the way she does, I am remorseful.
Yeah.
I don't like the way she's going about it. And that is where I'm losing respect for her. But if she's genuinely upset, I can acknowledge like I crossed.
But that's her son, and granted, he is grown. We talked about this before. Sharice's son is grown. He's in his 20s. All right. Ashley, you have sons, so you have to fast forward. If your sons were the same age as Jackson Jordan and wanted to say Giselle came and was sleeping with your son, that would be mad weird, right? That would be weird. You would not like that. You would feel a way about it because it's like Giselle is kind of like the auntie, like this person grew up around your child, and it would be weird for Giselle to be over there, sleeping with or interacting in an asexual manner with your son. Like, that's your child. So the kids are seen as like the nieces and nephews of the castmates because they literally grew up around these people. So like out of all the people in Potomac you could have slept with, why Sharice's son? Right? You feel bad. Why do you feel bad? Why do you feel bad? Because you said, like I said the other day, you said nothing ever happened, but now you're sitting here saying you feel bad and you didn't want him to come around you no more because that was not going to happen. What happened? What exactly happened? Because the other day you said nothing happened. Now today something happened. Ashley, you're coming off as a pathological liar a little bit.
And we can deal with it. But if you're going to keep defaming me and saying all this stuff and talking bad about my character, then we have another problem.
Were you surprised at how kind of like the audience reacted to all of it? How it just blew up?
Not really. I mean, it's salacious. Yeah. And I know it was salacious. Yeah. I've been doing this show long enough to know
what's gonna hit.
Yeah. I mean, Sharice was doing TV shows and podcast interviews, and I'm just happy that she's back in the fold.
Your former castmate, Candace, made some comments on Carlos King's podcast about this hookup, saying it's a reflection of how you were raised. Did you have any response to that?
I addressed that with her as well on the girls' trip. I don't understand why she insists on talking about me, period. Do you know how much I talk about her? None. Absolutely none. And if I'm asked about her, I pass on it. I don't know why.
Why you didn't pass just now? I would say I have nothing to say about her. See, when you talk about her, you give her clout. She's not even on the show. I would not give her 5 minutes. If she's asking me something about her, I would say respectfully, I'm not giving her any type of clout. So next question. I don't wish to speak on Candace. Candace is not on the show. She's irrelevant. That's how you do that. That's how you shut that down. Because Candace is only talking about you guys on the show that she claims she don't want to be on anymore in order to remain relevant. Everything that go on Real Housewives of Potomac, she's talking about it. That had nothing to do with her. She don't like Ashley. So why are you talking about Ashley, right? You are talking about Ashley and the goings on the show because you want to remain relevant. That's all it is. You are piggybacking, girl. But I wouldn't answer anything as related to Candace because you guys are not friends and Candace is no one, okay?
She feels like it's necessary to delve in on me. She hasn't been here for, 2 years now? You don't go here anymore. So
there you go.
Yeah. But any opportunity she has to talk about me, homegirl's gonna take it. What can I say? I'm just a hot topic.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say all that, but shout out to No Chaser. I wouldn't say all that, Ashley, but yeah. Let's get into this. One of my subbies sent me this, and they said, "K Rail, can you show this? Can you play this?" I'll do it, y'all. I told y'all if y'all want me to show something or play something, or do commentary on something, then send it to me. I'm open to it. Okay, send it to me in my DMs. I'll take a look at it and we'll share it. Okay, so they literally just sent it to me before I went live. I said, okay, this last minute, but I'll go ahead and share it anyway. So shout out to my subby for this one. Okay, let's get into it, honey. Now, we always talk about dating stuff over here all the time. Shout out to Kendra G Media. I like her stuff. She do have some crazy people on there, right? Y'all remember the last video that we saw with her where this guy got on there saying that he was one age when he looked 10 times older than the age that he gave her. And then he tried to read her down because she couldn't believe that he was that young. Well, he was saying that he was young, but he looked older. So he decided to read her down and talk about her weave and all that type stuff. But let's get into this man. He is 54 years old. And he says that he likes young girls only, between 20 and 30 years old. Just giving R. Kelly. Now, yes, they are grown. They are grown. 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds are deemed adults. But it just get weird about why you want somebody that young? It kind of gives that you want to be in control, right? Because what other reason would you want to be with somebody that young? A man of your age, why would you want somebody that young unless you want to try to control them? Let's get into it, y'all. Shout out to Kendra G.
How old are you?
I am 54.
Okay. Where are you calling me from?
I am in Thailand.
Is that where you live?
No, I live in Philadelphia. And I like younger girls.
Creepy.
Like how much younger? You're 54.
I like between 20 and 30.
20 and 30?
Yeah.
Yes.
So a 20-year-old is 34 years younger than you.
You imagine something looking like that on top of you? I'll be throwing up all in the damn bed. He's sitting up here looking like Ernie from Sesame Street with his damn hair. Cut that shit off.
Yeah.
Why would you want a girl 34 years younger than you?
Well, in my experience with women, they pretty much all the same. So I'd rather just have a newer model. I'm gonna be dealing with the same issues. You know what I mean? I'd rather drive the 2026 than the 89 Buick.
Okay. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
Last night.
Are you serious?
You're on her show asking her to hook you up and find you a date, and you just slept with somebody last night. This is getting more and more ratchet by the second, right?
Yeah, serious. I'll go get her. She's right there in the other room.
No, is she really?
What the
She really.
Hi.
And she look young. She like 16. Oh my God, another R. Kelly moment.
You asked about finances, and I'm not saying, I'm Bill Gates and I'm okay, but 2% of men in North America make over $300,000. I am in the 2 percentile. Listen, women's value in the sexual marketplace, and you know this, shout out to rest in peace Kevin Samuels, from 18 to 28. After that, men rise and women go down.
Sir.
Yeah, no.
Respectfully so. You have to pay for sex. There's no woman that is willingly having sex with you because she finds you sexually attractive. Without the income that you have stated several times, you would not be able to get this woman. And also, while you are paying to have sex with her, guess what she's doing? Having great sex with a younger broker guy. So I don't know what flex you think you're doing when you say, when you talk, I let you speak. Now it is my turn. So since all the men want to talk so much about women when they get older, let's break this down. Also, there's a lot of men who are your age who can't even sexually perform. So we're not even talking about a sexually
blue pill alert
market value. You can't even show up to the market because some of you without a pill, without a pill, you can't even rise to the occasion. So you can have your thoughts and you can feel that way, but you're 54 years old on my dating show, looking for a woman 20 years old, and you have to mention that you make $300,000 or more a year just to entice her, because she's looking at you right now wondering if she wants to be next to you.
Right. Oh, she nailed it. Did she not? Women all listen. If a man approach you and he's trying to holler at you, and the first couple things out of his mouth is how much he make, that means he ain't got shit else going on, right? Because I'm a visual person. When I meet a person, I'm giving you a whole once over, okay? I already told you I like the clean cut. Like, you can cut all that curly shit off, sitting up here looking like something off Sesame Street. I told you he look like Ernie off Sesame Street with this shit. You need to straighten up the beard. That's why you like younger girls, because you can entice them with that money. Young girls like a man with money, right? You got some young girls that'll go for that and be like, yeah, I don't care about all that. He ain't got to look like that. He's spending money on me, so okay. I don't think you can handle a woman your age, because you know she ain't going to put up with your bullshit. And it sounds like you have that Kevin Samuels mentality, which most mature women, they're not going to put up with that shit. They're not going to put up with you talking to them the way Kevin Samuels would talk to a woman, right? I wouldn't. I'd be to cuss you out. Okay, so that's why you fool with these young girls, so you can manipulate them mentally, okay, and then turn around and spend a little money. You can talk to them how you want to. They ain't going nowhere because they're expecting you to keep dropping a dime on them. And it's weird to me too why you hanging out in Thailand when you say you live in Pennsylvania or wherever you stay. You hanging out in Thailand a lot, because over there in those countries over there, much younger girls, younger than 20. Okay, they are allowed to be with older men because that's the law over there. So it's given you might be with younger girls than 20, because you said on here from 20 to something, because you didn't want to seem like you were pedo, right? But it's given that you like girls younger than that, because that little thing that came running out the room where they blurred her out, she looked like she could have easily been 16. Yeah, you say you in Thailand. It's giving you going to Thailand to get younger girls to be fucking off on them over there. That's what's giving with your ugly self. Oh my God, did y'all see this? Oh, she did tear his ass off. She got him good, didn't she, Rose? Oh my God. Y'all sound off. That's the last topic, okay? Thank y'all for being here, okay? Yeah, thank y'all for being here. Y'all know we have to talk about relationships sometime. But yeah, let me know. Hey, Mary. Hey, everyone coming in. Thank y'all for coming over. Hey, Justin T, please. Thanks for being here, love. I see Pen Pal is in the building. Let's go back up so I can speak to everyone who came by to support. Y'all got to be putting some videos over here too. So when y'all see me going live, y'all just come on in, okay? So shout out to the Angie B. I see you, love. Of course, my top flight mod Rose is here. Shirley Terry is in the building. My other top flight mod Tiffany Thomas is here. Hold on. What's going on? Why I don't see? Why you ain't lighting up as the mod over here? Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna have to do it on here. Hold on, Tiff. No. All right, hold on. I'm gonna have to do it in the. Why is that not doing? Ooh. Yeah, I'll do it from the other page. But anyway, my other top flight mod, Tiffany, is in the building. Let me pin you. And I'm gonna come back. Yvette Belle is here. Thanks for being here. Miss Z is here. Hey, Miss Z. She said it was a commitment ceremony paperwork. Right. But yeah, they could have did that on TV. What you doing that for? Like y'all really got married. Okay, I see my other top flight mod Truth is here. Thanks for being here, Truth. Who else we got? Said that Yandy told us back in the day they decided paperwork. I thought we all knew that. Okay. Judy Brown, thanks for being here, Judy. Who else is here? Miss Know-It-All is here. Hey, Miss Know-It-All, she's laughing. Thanks for being here. Yes, okay. Oh, child. Yeah, that last topic was something else. I see you, Pen Pal. Thanks for being here. Pen Pal 50 is in the building. Thanks for being here. Flower Bloom is here. All right, Miss Know-It-All is in the building. Thanks for being here. Says and giving your money to the next man, the good looking one. Not give your money. All right. Yes, honey. Let them know. Virgin Tulu Taylor's in the house. Just T, please, is here. Hey. Mary White is back over here. Thanks, Mary, for being here. Okay. April RN is here. All right. Y'all need some good mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. April got you. Okay. All right, so let's get out of here, guys. Thank y'all so much for coming over and supporting. Again, please like this video. Please share the video. Please hype up this video. Subscribe over here if you haven't, because as you guys can see, we popping up over here as well. I'm everywhere. All right. I'm like the Lord, child. I'm everywhere. So thank you guys for coming over. All right, for a great show. All right, and if nothing else, thank you guys. Thank you to my top flights for being in here, and all the content creators. And thank you so much for all of my subscribers as well. Love you guys. Down to the next video. Bye.